The guy sitting here, you see the colors he's wearing?
I see them.
Do they look familiar?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough. Let's not get too carried away. Joining us live and in Technicolor in the faculty lounge is Jon Schemmel. Mr. Schemmel is wearing the colors of the University of South Dakota. He is here because one of our adjunct professors, Betsy Rice, just says, you got to talk to this guy. You got to talk to this guy. You got to talk to this guy because he's a neat guy and he's doing this big project and it's really fun and it's really great and it'll benefit the University of South Dakota, to which I respond, so what? And then she gives me the stink eye, and then I say, oh, okay, this is important. I better do this. And then, of course, realizing that Dan is an alum
Perfect.
Of USD, he played in the marching band.
I did. I was one of the marching coyotes.
Excellent. Well, I felt like when you guys were playing the fight song there, I needed to stand up and start singing along.
Please don't do that. Don't do that. Jon Schemmel is here. He is, what's your job with USD?
I'm the Associate Athletic Director for Development.
Which means what?
Which means all the fundraising for athletics at the University of South Dakota, I at least have my finger in, working with David Herbster, our AD, and Steve Brown, the president of the foundation, and obviously running through Jim Abbott, the leader of the whole group.
What do you need to raise money for? You guys got everything you need down there. You
don't
need any more money for anything. Come
piece
on.
of cake. Yeah, the dome doesn't need any TLC, and we don't need a new arena. No, it's it's an arms race, and we're eager to catch up, and obviously we're breaking ground on these new facilities here in May, and that's very, very exciting for us. But we got a lot of work to do, and then big part of that is raising money for scholarships, and that's what this auction's all about.
See, now the other day we were talking about the little school up north.
The little one, yeah.
The little school up north. They've got this big athletic facility thing they're working on, and we've got that. We learned a little bit about that.
Yep.
But you guys got the dome. Come on.
Well, the dome's great. The dome's great because it has.
You don't need anything else, do you?
The dome's great because it has a roof. The rest of it, when you try to cram 400 student athletes in one facility, we have two sport teams that do not have locker rooms. At a Division I level, I think that's a big problem to have.
Springfield is just up the road. Get some of those governors' houses, tow them in, set them down.
Yep.
Set up some showers. You're ready to go.
There you go. The showers don't even work half the time in the dome anymore, so we gotta work on that too. Half the toilets too.
Remember, that was a low bid project. You get what, of course. And how old is the dome now, by the way?
It's 79, so it's.
Yeah,
35 in there. Aside from the roof getting put on, I'm not sure how much work has been done on the inside of it, except for the turf and the chairs we've done in the last couple of years.
Okay, one of the real reasons Jon is here is because the name of whatever it is they're doing, it's called the Howling Pack, the USD Howling Pack. And that just drew me in. So, yeah, good. Here's the, you got me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what is it?
The Howling Pack is our annual scholarship fund for our student athletes. And kind of our slogan there is back to pack. That's our points-based system for fans. They can give money, and that allows them to have access to better seats at our games for season tickets. But ultimately, the proceeds of the Howling Pack go directly to student-athlete scholarships, and that is our primary fund for that. Mm-hmm. And so this auction, our Calling All Coyotes auction, is a big part of moving the needle forward for our annual fund. We've missed the point a little bit with our auction in previous years, and while it's been trending upward in other locations, ours has not. So we've put a lot of effort into it. Jess McCloy, our Howling Pack guru, she has been working long nights for about 3-4 months now, getting this thing going, and so it's going to be a great night.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk with Jon Schemmel about the USD Howling Pack fundraiser. It's coming soon to a theater, event center.
Convention center
near you. This is VPU. In the faculty lounge, Jon Schemmel. He's one of these athletic guys down at USD. They've got 7,500 people doing athletic stuff down at USD, and there's like 2,000 professors actually educating students, and then they've got all these other people that are just out raising money, and he's one of them. But on a serious note, the fundraiser that's coming up is a serious fundraiser to raise money for scholarships for student athletes down at USD, and the event is coming up when?
It is next Friday, April 4th. The event starts at 6 p.m. up here in Sioux Falls at the Sioux Falls Convention Center.
Ooh, okay, local.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah. We gotta try something a little bit different this year, and we thought, without having our arena ready down in Vermilion, and the Dome not really being a place you can host a nice event, we thought moving it up to Sioux Falls made sense, at least for the time being.
Okay, so next Friday night.
Next Friday night, doors will open at 6 o'clock. It'll go from 6 to 10:30 to 11, depending on how long it takes to auction off all the great stuff we have. The Haig brothers are going to be there playing all night. We're going to have a lot of our coaches up there. Obviously, we just hired a new men's basketball coach, Craig Smith. That'll be his first real public appearance for us. Joe Glenn, always a pleasure to have him up there.
Is this one of these $100 a ticket deals or what?
75. We're offering a really nice discount.
Cake.
Absolutely, a huge discount. So $75 for an individual ticket, $500 per table of 8. And then we'll have a lot of our student athletes up there. As I said, a lot of our coaches, Amy Williams, who just came off her NCAA tournament run. A lot of her players will be up there. So proud of what they've been able to do.
Yeah,
so
making that was awesome.
It's it's a tough draw when you go against Stanford, but what a pleasure just to see them. Yeah, exactly. And the first time you go is always special, and you're happy to be there and watching Stanford. You actually gain real appreciation for the level of talent that's out there. And, quite honestly, I think we were all pretty excited to dethrone the Jacks, and they've done a phenomenal job up there, and AJ runs a heck of a program. But it was really nice to beat them. I think we celebrated beating South Dakota State maybe even harder than we did actually.
I understand
the
party spilled over into Nebraska. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that it did.
Well, and basketball is the focus because it's the most recent accomplishment by the University of South Dakota's athletic program. But also, you have to really give a real piece of let me back up and really give a hats off to the pole vaulting program and national champions that you've produced at the Division I level for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Bethany. I mean, even backing up, our track programs, what Lucky and Gotts do down there with our track programs is unbelievable. Our women's track team just finished the indoor season 10th in the country. So we were ahead of all of one or two Big Ten teams in our final standings there. They're doing all this without an outdoor track, which is an unbelievable accomplishment. I think you talk about not having a track to recruit to. And obviously the Dome is a great indoor facility, but not having an outdoor track, which, again, we're adding that here May 12th. That's a part of that campaign. But what they've been able to do is unbelievable. And Bethany has just been a stud, obviously. And now we have more of these pole vaulters coming in. And really Derek has really got that program going. And I mean, we're taking away recruits from Oregon and Texas and places like that. Kids come into Vermilion the week after they go to Austin, Texas.
Why South Dakota?
They want a pole vault for Derek, or they want to run for Lucky or Gotts. It's these guys have something very special going, and people see that, and they're great coaches, great leaders, and people want to be a part of that.
Well, and Derek Miles has been there. He's done that. He's been an Olympian, and to have that level of accomplishment, to be able to teach that carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, there aren't many 3-time Olympian coaches out there, and that's a heck of a recruiting tool to have. So Derek's a special guy. He's had an unbelievable career of his own, and he loves teaching. He loves coaching and working with the student athletes, and we're thrilled and very lucky to have him still be a part of our program.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to give you more details about this fundraiser. It's the USD Howling Pack next Friday at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Details coming next. In the faculty lounge is Jon Schemmel, fundraiser extraordinaire for the University of South Dakota. He's in charge of the Howling Pack fundraiser, which is taking place a week from Friday. A week from Friday.
April 4th.
April 4th out at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Okay, $75, that's not bad, but what do I get?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously we're going to have some great food there and free
No, that's not obvious.
free beer and wine. We will definitely have great food there, but
we're not going to serve football stadium food, are we?
Absolutely not. We're going to have some food action stations set up, and our committee has done a good job with that, organizing that. So we'll have a lot of different good food from prime rib to everything else.
Real
you name
food.
it. Real food. Real
Okay.
food. And obviously real beer and real wine will be accompanied with that. But some big things that we'll have for auction items, we have vacations to Cabo, Nantucket, working on a few other things out to Rapid City. We have packages put together for Twin Suites. We have Colorado Rockies packages. We have Minnesota Wild packages. We have College World Series packages. So we have a lot of different stuff. And then we have some, we're going to have a dinner at Joe Glenn's house that one of his assistant coaches is going to cook. We're going to have some other experiences like that you just can't buy anywhere else. And so it'll be pretty exciting, and we're real excited to get this thing going. And hopefully people are going to come, have a great time. Bring their checkbooks, of course. And,
Naturally, yeah.
And we actually went to a mobile bidding platform this year. The Sioux Falls Orchestra did it here, and they highly recommended auctions by cellular to us. And everything will be done over your mobile phones. And so when you're bidding on an item, there won't be any boxing people out, handwriting on paper for silent auctions. And that'll be a lot of fun. And so actually the nice thing about that is they've created a landing site for us to help people pre-register, and they can go to howlingpack.com to find more information and ultimately find the link to register.
Okay. And, of course, all these trips are totally tax deductible, right?
Well, if you pay over market, they are. So
Yeah.
if you really get the checkbooks out, if it's a $3,000 trip and you pay $8,000 for it, you can sure deduct $5,000.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that
that's
would be a
exactly
good
what
thing.
we're looking for.
And go back and talk about this again. The proceeds from this event, this is not a brick and mortar event. This is a scholarship event.
This is 100% scholarship, and this goes directly into our Howling Pack annual fund. And ultimately, we're doing all these great things with facilities, but they don't mean anything if you can't provide the scholarship money to put great student athletes in them. Okay.
So, $1 million one night?
Well, I don't think that's the goal. I would sure love to tell you that's attainable, but we would love to make this a six-figure night, no doubt.
Okay. Well,
No doubt.
You'll make it. You just believe that you will, and you will.
You just got to want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you'll make it happen.
I sure hope so.
Okay. We've been visiting with Jon Schemmel. He is with the USD, their Howling Pack fundraiser, a week from Friday, April 4th, at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Tickets are $75, and to get a ticket, you need to
visit howlingpack.com, and there'll be a link right there, and you can register online. Very quick and easy.
Okay, and you've got $75 a piece for tickets. A table for 20 is what, $50?
A table of 8 is $500. And I will tell you this: we haven't even really started. This is kind of the initial push to promote it publicly. So tables are filling up. We're at least half full already. So spots are limited, and there is, due to fire code, there is a limit on how many we can get in there. So once we're out, we're out.
You using the Great Hall?
We're using
the big room, the big
ballroom A and B.
Okay, so you've got the big room.
We got a big room. Yep. So fire code will allow about 610 people in it, and we're selling about 530 spots.
Okay.
So we're about halfway there, and we think now it's gonna fill up quickly, and with Craig Smith coming in and Joe Glenn being there and Amy being there, I think those things will fill up quick.
Okay, Jon Schemmel promoting the USD Howling Pack fundraiser. The website once again is
howlingpack.com.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Great meeting you.
Let me give you a little advice. When you do the radio next time, try to exhibit a little more enthusiasm.
I like it. I got to stand up and clap for this.
He's got a cast on his foot. Don't make him stand up, Dan. This is Viewpoint University, 1140 KSOO.